hearted. A senseless soul, as I say, while I watch her bleeding. I mean, how can I turn from blind and
Got goosebumps, honestly. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And today I'm going to do another video reaction. So I believe last week or on Sunday I did a video reaction to The Meaning of Life, and it was a Muslim spoken word, and to be honest it was one of those videos where I feel like most people might have shed a tear. You know, I managed to avoid that, and today we're going to react to Are We Human? This is another Muslim spoken word. This video was a recommendation by a close friend of mine. He said that he was in tears. I'm not going to expose who it was. I'm looking forward to this one. It's exactly the same speaker, and I tried to look for his name but I couldn't find it. I don't know who this brother is, but if anyone knows, put his name and maybe if he has a YouTube channel in the comments below. Also, I need to mention, obviously, still Ramadan. We've still got a couple days left until it's Eid. You can still give your zakat, you can still give money to charity. The reason I'm bringing this up is because the brother who recommended this video says because it's related to giving to charity, and you know it's a month of Ramadan, your good deeds are multiplied, so make sure you give to charity whilst you still can this month. And to be honest, if you see this video after Ramadan, still worth giving to charity, of course. Yeah, let's get into it.
are we even human? And are we really real? Because we've been cut so many times, I feel like we forgot what it feels like to feel. I mean, as the days go by, I just grow cold-hearted. A senseless soul as I say my goodbyes to another sister who was martyred. Paint a picture of a perfect world which is nothing short of distorted. Nothing short of a disguise to try to hide all the lies from behind of all the children dying.
As I usually do, well, as I did this one time, I've only reacted once before, but I'm not going to pause it too many times, but I want to pause it here because essentially what he said is that you can try and paint this perfect picture of the world. In the West, we do this a lot, this ideal world, and you know, the West is so good, but then we overlook all of the bad things that Western countries are doing abroad. It's crazy.
As a little girl cries, I'm alive, I can't believe I'm breathing. See, we're alive too, sweetie, but our hearts aren't really beating. See, every time I hear you scream on the screen, I'ma quickly get to leave and hit the X, please. I mean, I really need to sleep this evening. I mean, how can I eat while I watch her bleeding? I mean, how can I turn the heat on my heaters while I watch her freezing? So if I hear her screaming one more time, I'ma hold my breath and close my eyes and just pretend to be dumb, deaf and blind, and
I feel like I paused it in the wrong place there, but wow. That is, he's basically saying that, you know, although all of these terrible things are happening in the world, ignorance is bliss. Essentially pretending or avoiding the truth of what's actually happening in these countries, and maybe it's your country who's doing it to this particular country. And when you put it like that, it doesn't sound too bad, but when you actually see videos of people suffering like that, it's mad. It's absolutely mad. It's crazy. See little children being bombed and being like obliterated, blood everywhere, all of that. It's mad. And I'm not gonna lie, I am guilty of doing that in the past, especially where I'll avoid watching something because I need to eat. That's mad, isn't it? All of these war crimes that are being committed by all of these war criminals. And all of these war criminals are, you know, a lot more familiar than we like to think. You know, it's our own governments who are doing this. It's mad. Man.
I hope to death she doesn't die. Failing to realize that our silence is a crime that is lethal. As we sit and blame God for the problem of evil. Aren't you the all-powerful? Please turn it back to peaceful. Despite the fact he gave us all that we needed to free these people. But are we even people? And
sorry to pause it again, but it's mad. You know, it's talking about there's suffering and we're praying to God, like, why does this basically have to happen? But what we don't know is that God has given us the tools that we need, i.e. the Quran, to free these people, to stop all of this. Everything that you need for a peaceful society, for a peaceful life, for a productive, positive life for everyone, of all colours, all genders, all two of them. all amounts of wealth, all backgrounds, all of that, all amounts of intelligence. It's all written in the Quran. It's written for everyone. There's no man who is worth more in the eyes of God, who's walking the earth now today, who's worth more in the eyes of God than another man. He may have more material possessions, you know, more money, more intelligence, more whatever it is, but his human life is not worth more. And it's just crazy that we've been given this tool and so many people don't want to use it.
Are we all really equal? Or is it okay so as long as it doesn't happen to you? As videos gain views all over YouTube and we see them die all day all over the news. As we sit at home so confused, still not sure what to do, but hang our heads in despair as we watch vids of kids struggling for air, screaming at God, hoping that he's there. See, God's right here, but you aware. The only reason he let you watch them suffer was to see if you care. He gave you all this food you never needed just to see if you'd share. And he gave you all this money too just to see if there's a dollar you would spare. But you would hold on tightly, daily and nightly, living life as a dream, hopeful of what it might be. But what does life mean?
Wow, that really makes you think. It really does. That really does make you think. It's mad that, you know, you have these worldly possessions, you have money, you have whatever it is, and you see people suffering and you feel like, I'm not the richest person. Why should I give money to them? Even though they're in a way worse position than you. I think I'm going to leave some links in the description below to some charities you can give some zakat or some money to. Remember, it's still Ramadan. Your good deeds will be multiplied, so just take that into consideration. It's mad what he said about, you know, he's giving you this money to see, or he's giving you this money to see if you give it, essentially, if you'll give it to someone less fortunate than you, showing you these images, these videos of people suffering to see if you actually care. Most people, they kind of care. Maybe they're virtue signaling. Virtue signaling, for anyone who doesn't know, is basically reposting something, putting it on social media, or just showing people and acting like, oh, this means so much to me, oh, I'm so horrified, but you're only doing it to make yourself look good. And I think that is very prevalent in our society today. It's mad.
Apart from amusement and play, pastimes and pleasures that are destined to fade away, left us all deluded, thinking we're gonna take this all into our graves. Nay, live life as a traveler and only take what you need along the way. It's only gonna leave you empty-handed apart from the deeds you sowed today. From the struggle you put forth and the charity you chose to pay. So what have you prepared for that day when we stand shaking and scared?
All of these worldly possessions don't mean anything. That's something I've realised this month of Ramadan and since reverting, is that I used to care so much about money, and I still do. Of course, everyone cares a bit about money, but to think that that's everything in 50, 60, 70, 80 years, inshallah, all of these things won't matter. When you're put in front of God on Judgment Day, who cares if you were earning 6 figures, if you were a millionaire, if you had a fast car, if you had, you know, this and that? What really matters is, were you following the Quran? Were you living your life in a pious way? Were you giving money to charity? Were you helping people less fortunate than you? Something to think about.
Sweating to our knees and the newborn is left grey-haired as we are brought forth to our Lord. Ya Allah, I seek justice, screams the girl we ignored, from the ummah that had forsaken me despite all the times I had called, from the rubble I had roared and I roared. Ya Allah, I seek justice from the wealth they would hoard, from an ummah that neglected the hungry and the poor, that slept on a full stomach while we were left starving next door. Ya Allah, you my witness, I couldn't take it anymore. I was cold and clothless as I slept naked on the floor. Ya Allah, I seek justice from all the pain that was caused. Wasn't I worth more than all the shopping sprees at the stores and the money splurged at the mall?
طفلة عمرها سنة ونص، وزنها لا يتجاوز 6 أو 7 كيلو جرام.
So if you're still breathing,
I've got goosebumps, honestly.
know that there's people needing your support. I'm pleading to please give, and if you've already given, please give some more. For it's not to save their lives at all, but by Allah, it's to save yours. So give.
Wow. I think these are one of the videos that will just kind of make you think a bit. it will just make you think about what you actually spend your money on, you know, what you do with your time. These actual things that are going to contribute to you getting into Jannah. Are you helping people who need help, or are you just doing selfish things? Something to think about. How many views? This video has not got enough views. It's not even got 1 million views. I think the last one had like 8 million views or something. This one, I think it's a reflection of like our society, to be honest. The fact that this one hasn't got as many views. No, it's got about 1/10 of the views. That people don't care as much about other people, they care about themselves. What's the meaning of life for me? That was what the last video was on. This one is more about being kind to each other, helping each other, and it's, you know, it's not got as many views. I think that video was amazing. I really want to know the name of this speaker. I wanted to mention that this is not a reaction channel. I just want to make that clear. This is just my journey through Islam. I will be doing reaction videos every now and then, maybe once every week or two, or, you know, that kind of schedule. So I just want to make that clear. But yeah, as I said, if you want to give more money to charity, you know, as I mentioned, it's Ramadan. Deeds are multiplied. Good deeds are multiplied. So make sure you give money to charity this month. Watch this video on your own. See, I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Honestly, I tried to show it on the camera, but for some reason it wouldn't focus. I feel kind of bad because I'm not the type to really like cry like that. You know them ones where you feel emotional and you feel like tears are about to start appearing, and then the video turns off and then it's over. You know what? If this video was about 2 minutes, 3 minutes longer, you might have seen a tear from me. Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me some more recommendations on what videos to react to. I think I'm going to do the conversation between Jesus and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala next. That will be like sometime next week. And yeah, hopefully you're enjoying these types of videos, and yeah, see you next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.